Hello, welcome to the Colourful vlog. This is a vlog for the 12 cast-ons and we are at cast-on number 3 and number 4 because I've decided to do 2 projects every time. My name is Carolien. For those of you who don't know, you can find me online everywhere as Carolien. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Ravelry, basically everywhere. And I have a webshop, colourfulcreativity.com or colourfulcreativity.nl. And yeah, my co-host just woke up, so he might join, he might not, we'll see. It took me a few days to work out the next cast-ons, mostly because I've been working on whips. I have worked on my Rainbow Party cardie. It is finished, so yay. The first finished object of the year is already behind me, and now it is time to cast on more stuff. I also was a bit miffed because, hi, you're making an entrance, mister. I was a bit miffed with my third cast on, but first I'll tell you, I'm storing it in my All About yarn. Here is the label. Rainbow TARDIS bag. And the yarn is here. It is some super soft lace weight yarn. Let me look up the exact details because I have stored it in my projects, not in my head, because my head is already full enough. Let's see, where is it? Yes, it is some Chesterwool Angel Lite lace, and it is 70% alpaca, 20% silk and 10% cashmere. So basically the most luxurious and softest thing you will ever feel. You can see me, I can do this with the yarn. That is just fine. Once it is knit up and I do that to my face, it feels like I'm stung by a jellyfish. No clue why. I get an itchy face all over. I have a rash here. I'm not sure if it is the yarn or not, but it means this one will be frogged, and number 3 is a dud. Unfortunately. I can show you what I did. I managed to do about half a lace repeat. What you hear is the needle banging to the box the camera is on. Very professional here. Not on the table, you. Yeah, you can just barely see a bit of the lace. So those triangles. I was just in the second half of the lace repeat. I have here the pattern book, which is huge. It is the Fatto a Mano 274 by Lang Yarns. Most of the patterns are not super size inclusive, so hey, I'm not really enthusiastic about it. But okay, I got this book for free when I was at the fashion show in September in Kleve. This was in the goodie bag. And I also saw this loop, as they call it, in real life. The yarn they used is Lang Yarns Zen, which also is something floofy with alpaca. And I was like, I have something like it, same meterage, 800 meters in 100 grams. So why should I buy something? Yeah, well, I'm really happy I didn't buy it, because if it has alpaca, I am apparently very sensitive to it. The reason I also don't like this book is, I'll show you the pattern. I'm pretty sure you can see my issues. So here is the description. And up here is the chart. The chart has, yeah, it's half in the fold and very annoying and very small. And when I show you the abbreviations, I hope you can see they did not use the regular abbreviations that we all know. So where a pearl usually is a dot, it is now a little stripe. And it does not say what to do on the wrong side. It only has the right side. So I do presume that I have to do what is supposed to be the opposite. Also, the sign for a cable, totally different. Super annoying. What I did is I got myself one of the programs that you can use to make charts in. I don't remember the name of the program, but at least I got that. And I put it in there, made it nice and big. And it works like a charm. I can read it off my screen. So I also can't find what they mean with the side stitch. They probably mean the same thing in the whole book, but I can't find what they mean with it. I mean, I know that I slipped the first stitch and knit the last one, but do they do the same? I don't know. So, yeah, I am not too happy with the pattern. I absolutely loved the idea of knitting with this yarn, making that comfy, soft lace loop, but wearing it will only give me a rash, and this is for the frog pond. I will not continue working on this. I was knitting it on 3mm needles, high sharps, and I will use those 3mm needles in a different project now. So we have the first dud. I think it happens to me every year that one of them is a dud and I rip it out. It happens to the best of us. And since I only want to make stuff that makes me happy, we are going to continue with project number 4, or cast on number 4, which is in this very big woolly sheep bag. And this one is a total change of plans. I wasn't planning on casting it on. I wasn't planning on using the yarn for this. And then it was like, match made in heaven, gonna do it now right away. That also happens in the 12 cast-ons. You saw me planning things out and just not knowing the order in which I would take things and if I really have the right needle, etc. Well, things change. Just like apparently my battery status. Let me grab the new battery. So at least I know I can record the full episode now in one go. I forgot to change out the battery because it was more than halfway full. It wasn't, it was just showing and then boop, gone. Everyone who records or makes photos knows how that works, right? So I have cast on something and it is the Sunup on 82nd. I wanted to say 28, but I see it in mirror. So 82nd by Jen Parroccini. And yeah, she is having a sale. I was browsing the patterns. I love her posts about necklines and about size inclusivity and everything, adjusting bust darts, etc. Her newsletters are fantastic. So yeah, I'm a fan. And when I was browsing the patterns, I saw this one. Most of her patterns are knit in pieces and then seamed together, where I'm like, I really don't want to. But this one is raglan, top down, mostly in the round. You start flat, so you can create that gorgeous neckline. It is a neckline I absolutely love, like a deep scoop neck. I am in love with this project. I wanted to knit a sweater with mohair. Oh, posh, seriously. And this yarn together. This is Colourful Soft Sock, and this is Kidsilk, Colourful Kidsilk. So my own hand-dyed yarns. And I have dyed this up for a sorrel sweater. But the sorrel sweater has a neckline that will choke me. And it is not really adjustable because it has the patterning in the yoke. So I decided I'm gonna knit something else with it. I've been more mindful with how a pattern looks, how the necklines look. After, of course, my experience of having necklines that keep choking me and sweaters I don't like to wear. I can tell you that the raindrop sweater is absolutely amazing. I've worn it a week straight last week and it definitely needs a wash now, but yeah. So that neckline is perfect. So I need more sweaters with the lower neckline. So this is not going to be a sorrel sweater. So what then? I thought it would be nice to make a very, the big low V-neck sweater by Jessie May. I think it was the very V-neck or something like that. But then I decided against it because I saw this one. I actually had it ready to go for the very V-neck. I think I had to just buy the pattern and go. I was like, I'll wait until a little bit later in the cast ons and put it at the end. Then I can cast it on and buy the pattern at that time. Well, and then this sale came by Jen Parroccini, or JP Knits Things, and it already got cast on. So here I am. I did swatch. Come on, Binks, go. You are annoying. I did a swatch for the sorrel sweater way back when to look how it would look held double. So both yarns together. I even made holes so I could see this is a needle size 6 and this is a needle size 5. Basically a 4mm and I think a 3.75mm. I'm not sure, but it's way easier to take the US size in holes than take the millimeter size. So that's what I did. And the gauge matches exactly with what I need for this sweater. So I could easily take the US size 6 or the 4mm needle, which I'm using here. There are 4 different sizes of needles that I need. So I went with interchangeables and I have cast on what is the back and like this part. I am now building the raglan like this, and then at some point I will keep increasing stitches here and close it up. So that's what I managed. I think it took me 2 days to do this. You really have to keep your mind at it. There is like a whole list what to do, which row, how many stitches you increase for the neck, how many stitches you increase for the raglan, and there's different ratios, like you increase more for the sleeve and none for the body, or you increase for the body and not for the sleeves. And seriously grateful for this. It took me a while to grasp my head around the whole information because it is a lot and it was written out, all of it, and I had to read further than I thought and all the sizes and everything. So my brain did not want to do that. It was definitely a me problem, not the pattern, or maybe it is also the pattern because it has a lot of info, but I like a lot of info usually. It is a really nice garter detail around the increases. Come on, show it. There you can see. It's really nice. It keeps it really interesting. And I have to read every freaking row and every increase by itself. But hey ho, it is fun. So that is cast on number 4. It is Kidsilk. I know I had issues with the Kidsilk I used for the Slice of Light shawl. But this is softer. And I know why. I mean, I dyed both of the yarns myself and I switched to suppliers. The first supplier was a bit more rough and this supplier has a really, really soft Kidsilk. So I'm very hopeful that I can actually wear this sweater. So far this is going fine. It doesn't sting like jellyfish. And yeah, or rolling around in nettle. That's how the baby alpaca feels to me. So I'm very not hopeful for me and alpaca yarns, but I will keep trying the yarns that I have. I will not buy any more alpaca yarns. And yeah, if I have that experience with every alpaca I have in the house, it's definitely exit alpaca, which is a shame because I also have some that I want to dye for the shop. Oops, I don't have a lot. Means you are smelly in the butt. Yeah, you're smelly. So yeah, that was it for today. I have 2 cast-ons and I am now working on cast-on number 5. I have already secretly cast on last night because I had meant to cast on this, to record this video yesterday, but it didn't work out. Yeah, I was too busy and then the day was gone. And the light was gone mostly. Today we just do not have any light. It is grey, it is raining, and it's raining a lot. But okay, makes for a good day of dyeing yarn. It's the first Monday in the year. I know it's the 2nd, but to me this is the first one. The 2nd of January I was just a zombie still from a really bad short night. So yeah, it feels like back at work, back to some normalcy, and it's nice. It's really nice. So I'm dyeing yarn. I have decluttered the studio already. I have made photos of all the yarn I have not made photos of the past year for my Ravelry stash. Also updated everything there. I found 2 stray skeins. Oops. But they are now all put into Ravelry as well. Yes, I still use it. I know. It's the only place that works for me. And I am not willing to make a whole new stash space when I have like almost, I think, more than 750 entries in Ravelry. I do not have the time for that. I'd rather be knitting. I have my pile next to me of cast-ons that I want to do. I also have this one. I'll show you in my little rant. I'm not sure if you are a long-time follower, but maybe you remember these. So this is this way around. What way around? How do you work? This way around. Pow! Pow pow. These are the fighting words mittens I made for my husband. And this is just pow, the other one is bam. And unfortunately, bam got lost. He lost it somewhere between work and home. It happens. I did a little stash diving and I still have some yarn left. And it should be enough to make him another bam. I'm just not sure. Does it count as a new cast-on? If I'm making the 2nd one only? I don't think so. So I'm gonna keep it until after the 12 cast-ons and cast on later. He said he didn't really need it at the moment because it is warm enough. And he has more. Apparently there's a lot of sirens going on now. I'm not sure if you can hear that. It's still further away. So yeah, I will show you this one. He didn't lose this one. If he would lose this one, he wouldn't be knit-worthy anymore. Oh yeah. Mao? Mao Mao, come here. Let's say goodbye together. He was really ashamed for losing that mitt. And he came to me, I'm less knit-worthy now. I lost a mitt. And just the way he came up to me told me that he was like still 1000% knit-worthy. I showed him the yarn, like I came upstairs while he was working, showed him that I still had the yarn and was like, look, I can still make you the second mitten again. And he was like, you're the most awesomest wife ever. Mr. Knitworthy is not less knitworthy at all. I will still keep knitting for him. I mean, if he doesn't lose anything, then why would I knit him more stuff? Isn't that how it works? Isn't that? Stuff breaks, stuff gets worn out. That's all a reason to mend it, of course, but also to make more. If it gets used that much, I'm okay with it. He even called the store he stopped to ask if they had found it. And to be fair, I think he may be a bit busy in the head at work and stuff today. And the last week too, because apparently he also forgot his sports shoes at the gym last week. And he has to go to the gym later on today. So it's the physiotherapy fitness. So yeah, I hope they have his shoes, because otherwise he'll have to buy new shoes. Not an issue because they were old shoes, but still. If he's getting a bit forgetful like that, we do have to keep an eye on it. So, boop. We are gonna say goodbye, and I'm gonna edit this and hope I will see you again soon for cast on number 5 and 6. Bye bye.